here we are. This is S.x Love Psychedelics, and I'm your host, Dr. Kat. Bringing you psychosexual conversations that will leave you intellectually turned on and hungry for more.
Yeah. So mostly people stop wanting sex because they have mitochondrial dysfunction and loss of energy, ill health, emotional and physical. That's the most common thing. And then add to that, I'm going to give you a couple like building blocks on this, we'll add to it. The second one is so it's an energy deficit is number one, and that can be hard energy. It can be all of those things, right? People aren't putting into the relationship. They're not loving. They're not, complimenting, appreciating, trying any of those kinds of things. The second block is not knowing what they don't know. So assuming that what sex is what I call grab a boob and stick it in, kind of a thing. Well, that's actually procreation more than anything else. That's just like a penis and a vagina makes a baby, but that's not what good sex is.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to be a good lover. You have to learn kissing, full body touch, verbal bedroom communication, oral pleasuring, manual pleasuring, penetrative pleasuring, using the objects of desire, trying new positions, trying, anything, sensation play, whatever it might be. When you begin to think about your sex life as erotic adventure, rather than he's going to stick his dick in me, come and go get a sandwich or fall asleep and I'm going to be disillusioned. And it's not his fault, by the way, because he's swimming in the same soup we are. We're all swimming in the soup of our cultural miasma. And that shit tastes bad. Don't eat it. Don't drink it. Don't have it. Stop, go on a starvation diet for the cultural miasma and go find your joy and learn some things. Have some erotic adventures. Learn how to know what you want. Learn how to ask for what you want. Know that it changes every day. And so I think that's a really big part of it is how do you get back to this desire for each other.
And that's so that part I think is actually different because what you're saying is how do I desire sex? And I'm saying like how do you desire your partner? Like I want you. I'll give an example. So my partners for the last probably decade have all given me the same reflection of I'm a really good partner because they feel wanted by me. And for me it's just really natural to see the adorableness of my partner, to see like how cute they are and how amazing they are and like the admiration that I have for the respect that I have. But for I guess that's not there are I've seen this in my office. That's not necessarily the common thread in other relationships.
Yeah, so I think a part of it is that for us women, we really want to be adored and appreciated and encouraged. And for most men, and this is because of the way we're raised in our culture, and it's nature and nurture, it's both hormonally driven as well as culturally driven.
Yes.
And for men, what men are really seeking is to be appreciated, to win, to do a good job, to be respected. Now, I'm not saying that those are, I wish we all wanted all of those things. And we do, really. We all do, because more and more we're coming to center and we're finding the expression of our masculine and our feminine and across that spectrum to be a really beautiful thing. And we're really resting in and marinating in all expression of ourselves. I feel like I'm a massively girly girl, and I'm also an extremely strong and masculine woman. I mean, I'm directed, I'm goal oriented, I'm the CEO of two companies. I'm an authoritative voice. I'm massively confident. And I'm confident because one reason, my mother, as I was growing up as a little girl, she said to me, you know what to do. You know what you want. You make good decisions. You can trust yourself. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. You're the decider. And that here I am today talking about being agentic. right? Having my own agency.
Yes.
I use that word instead of sovereignty. And the reason that I do is that sovereignty sounds in two ways that not quite as well suited to me. Sovereignty sounds like I'm the queen above all, and
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm actually right here holding you,
Yeah.
all of you. I've got you. I'm that strong. And sovereignty also feels like I'd be in the boat rowing myself alone, and I'm not. I'm here, connected to you, loving you,
Yeah.
with you,
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
And agentic feels good because we're in the agentic era. We're in the era of AI, and I can write faster, do better. I don't have AI write things for me. I give it all my material, use its mind maps, make new neural connections, rethink things, teach things better and better, expand what I bring in, and make easy for people to pick up and work with
Collaboration.
through the tools.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all my
Collaboration.
own work. Often it's structured better by AI. My work is well structured by AI. That's one of the things that I like, is that it speeds how much I can put out there that's helpful to other people. So yeah, I really like that agentic piece, and I really think that the more that we are right now, what's happening in social media is that we, like yesterday, I did this really cool segment with this really wonderful woman where we talked about, I'm looking for it because I had little notes yesterday about it. I might have taken them upstairs. I saw a psychologist. She's like, I've been a psychologist for 17 years, and here are the things that I noticed that men are doing that are shooting themselves in the foot.
Okay.
And I read them and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Right. And here's how that manifests in the bedroom. And so I did a podcast yesterday and with Kirsten Trammell. It's called The Naked Connection. If you want to hear it, it'll be out soon. And we talked about these kind of four things that men, they got the shaft culturally, and they're taking a beating for this stuff right now. And I'll tell you what some of them are. They're taking a beating for it, but it's really just how they've been raised, and it's totally unfair to
Yeah.
beat them up for it. But we can't fix it if we don't recognize it. And women have just as many things. It's
Sure.
cultural. We're
Sure.
learning together. We're becoming more conscious. We're becoming more aware. We're becoming more supportive of each other and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of beating going on,
Yeah.
especially men beating women, women beating men out
Right.
there, you know? And one of the ones was that men don't like to make a mistake. And so they don't take a risk in the bedroom because they don't want to be wrong. And that's interesting because men live in a pecking order where if they fuck up, they go down.
Yep.
And so they don't want to fuck up, so they don't take the risks that they could take.
Mhm.
Another one of them was, oh God, what was another one of them? They don't make a lot of effort because they're looking for quid pro quo. You do me and I'll do you. I'm not going to put any effort if you don't put any effort. And it's interesting because now you're at a big you go first, no, you go first standoff, and no movement happens. And one of the things I tell these couples, I'm bringing this back, girl, you're going to be like, oh, fuck, look at her. Where you said, you know, how do you begin to want your partner again? A lot of times it's more and more common that women are like, my man doesn't want me anymore. But it's been historically more common that men have been coming to me for decades and saying, my wife doesn't want to have sex with me anymore. What do I do? And the very first thing that I tell them is, there's two things. I say, one, make smaller offers than do you want to have sex? Because she's been penetrated a million times by you. And if it was enjoyable, she'd be asking you for it. And the fact that she's avoiding you for it means it's not. So number one, learn how to fuck. And here's a link, orgasmicintercourse.com, where I give away my 10 free techniques for learning how to do to a vagina what the vagina has been dying for you to do, but you never see it in porn. You never see it on movies. You never see it in books. Your parents didn't tell you. Nobody told you. Here you go. Boom, free. Orgasmicintercourse.com. That's one thing. But that's the big ask. You need to start with small offers. And the very first offer is, let's have a yoni massage practice. Let me give without expecting to receive.
Yeah.
I will give you unlimited yoni massages. We'll learn how to do it together. I've learned that you're not getting enough engorgement, enough time to turn on, enough relaxation, enough attention to your pleasure. And I would like to start this practice with you. Now, people who are listening be going, I can't say that to my wife. I can't say that to my girlfriend. I can't say that to my husband. You have to say it the way you have to say it in your relationship.
Yeah.
I only have so much time here with Kat today, but take it in. Don't be pushing it away because you're not sure how to approach it. Mull it over.
Yeah.
Send me an email. Figure it out, right? But when you start to give unlimited yoni massages and you activate her clitoral, urethral, and perineal erectile tissue structures, and she starts to relax and she begins to trust that you're not trying to get from her.
Yes.
You are literally just giving and giving and giving. You're putting into her what she's never been given for literally decades by anybody, because in our culture, we're supposed to be penetrated. You're supposed to ejaculate. That's supposed to be the thing. And it doesn't serve us till you know all this other stuff. And so when men begin to put that much attention on her orgasmic bliss, she begins to love her pussy, love her man, trust him again. Her body, her animal body calms down. She gets into her heart. She gets into her pussy. She starts to connect. She starts to fall in love with him again. And it's super interesting. I'll close with this. Every year I go on some of the big sex podcasts and I do my top 10 sex trends of the year. I do that at the beginning of every year. And this year, I'm happy to tell you, Miss Kat, that yoni massage was the #1 trend of the year. And here's why. We crossed the gasm chasm. What happened was so many men started coming to me and saying, how do I do yoni massage? What do I do with it? Tell me about yoni massage. What do I need to know? How do I do it? My girlfriend, my wife, once that I've heard about it, I think this is the thing. I've been listening to what you say. Teach me how to do it. And I'll tell your listeners that you can just start at betterlover.com, look up the word yoni massage, or even just massage, and you will find tons of videos that get you started. You can watch them with your partner. There's much more beyond that always is available to you, but this is a great first step.
Well, that was fun. Thanks for tuning in, lovers. And if you want to experience more ecstasy and sexual liberation, head over to sexlovepsychedelics.com and learn about how you can join me for any one of my online or live events. And while you're there, grab my free guide on sex and psychedelics. Remember, this podcast is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please contact your healthcare provider and local law before pursuing any of the products or psychedelics discussed. And one final note here. I make this show specifically for you. If you're loving the show, then be sure to leave me a review in iTunes or Spotify to let me know. Happy to be here and happy to serve. I'll see you next time on Sex, Love, Psychedelics.